children, welcome to Guru Gedara, and you are here with me today with another interesting lesson. So today we also have Miss Samadhi with us. Hello Miss Samadhi, how are you?
Hello Miss Suchitra, I'm fine, hope you are too. Hello my dear children, hope you are doing better at homes too, and really good to be talking to you again. So Miss Suchitra, what are we going to learn today?
Alright children, so you are going to listen to me. Listen to these words very carefully. As I mentioned, listening is very important in life.
It is.
So listen very carefully. The first word is whenever. Though, even though, in spite of, while, although. I'm going to repeat. Whenever, though, even though, in spite of, while, although. Those are the words. Now there's a small task. Just tell me whether you heard the word whenever. Children, did you hear the word?
I think it was there whenever.
Let's see. Yes, it was there. You're right. Children, also, did you hear the word dog? Dog?
I don't think I heard the word dog though.
Right. It was not there.
Exactly.
I didn't read that. Listening is perfect. Right. What about the word though?
It was there.
Very good. It was there. Even though. Children, you must tell me. If you listen to me carefully, what about even though?
I'm sure our children are shouting from the other side. It was there.
Even though is there. Phone.
I don't think I heard the word phone.
Phone was not there. Right. What about the word in spite of?
Well, as it is different from the rest, I think I heard the word in spite of.
You are right. I read the word. You listened very carefully. While?
Well, I'm sure our children are saying while was there.
While was there, children. Okay, if you listen to me, the word while was there. Dream. The word dream was not there. I did not read that.
Yes, it wasn't there.
Although.
Although was there actually.
Right. Your listening is correct. You have heard me correctly.
Thank you. And
Right.
I'm pretty sure our children heard you correctly as well.
Right. Children, so these are the words you heard. Look at the slide now. Look at the board now. While, whenever, though, although, even though, in spite of. These are the 7 words you listen to. What are the words?
While, whenever, though, although, even though, and in spite of.
All right. So children, please remember them. Have them in your mind because we are going to use them in our lesson today. But before everything, I have a very important talk with Miss Samadhi before the lesson, right? You must be wondering what that is, Miss Samadhi.
I am.
All right, Miss Samadhi. Please tell me, where did you go yesterday?
Well, as I can remember, I went to this small shop near my house. Why?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw you.
Okay.
And then when you go out,
Mm-hmm.
these days especially, what do? You wear the,
Yes, we have to
wear-
wear the mask.
yes, you wear the mask.
Mm-hmm.
So, I really do not know why you do not wear the mask, though you must wear it these days. Excuse me, I'm talking to you.
Yes, I hear you.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what did I say?
Well, what you said was, though you must wear the mask these days, I don't know why you don't wear it. That's what
Right.
you told me.
That's what I told you. Children, this is what I told her. Look at the screen now. I don't know why you don't wear the mask, though you must wear it these days. So now you can see it clearly, Miss Samadhi. What did I tell you?
Well, you told me exactly in your words, though you must wear the mask these days, I don't know why you don't wear it.
Right. So children, she has to wear the mask. We all have to wear the mask these days. But I don't know why she doesn't wear. That is what I meant. The word but. So in another way, we can say, I don't know why you don't wear the mask, though, using the word though. Right? So, can you remember that I mentioned this at the beginning of the lesson in your list of words that I read out? Right? Hope they remember. The word though. Keep that in your memory. Right. Now, just tell me why you do not wear this mask.
Well, it's really uncomfortable to wear it all the time. So,
okay. Did you say uncomfortable? Come on, Miss Samadhi. Come on. Though it is uncomfortable, you have to wear the mask these days. Right? We must wear the mask these days, even though it is uncomfortable to wear it.
True.
What did I say? Did you listen to me?
Yes. So, what you were saying, even though it is uncomfortable to wear the mask, we must wear it these days. I heard you.
That's what I said. Children, look at the screen now. This is exactly what I told her. Even though we must wear the mask these days, even though it is uncomfortable to wear it. Yes, we all know that it's uncomfortable, but you have to wear that in simple form. So for this, you can use even though and say it again like this. How do you say?
Even though it is uncomfortable to wear the mask, we must wear it these days.
You can say it like that as well. You can twist it. You're good at twisting, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Children, this is very sad today because many people do not like to wear the mask, although it is essential to wear it. A sad situation, Miss Samadhi.
Yes.
What did I tell you? Did you listen to me?
I am listening to you, and what you were saying, something like, although it is essential to wear the mask, many people do not like to wear it.
Right, children. So, look at the screen now. This is what I told you. If you listen to me very carefully, the word although is there, and the meaning is, it is essential to wear the mask these days, but people do not wear. In other words, you can say, many people do not like to wear the mask, although it is essential to wear that. Although can be used to replace but. Did you understand that? Yes. Listen to us. Listen to these sentences I'm going to tell you, and you will understand how sad the situation is. Miss Samadhi, even though there is COVID, even though there is the disease, the children, what do they have to do?
Children have to do their studies. Am I right?
That's right. There is COVID, but children have to do their studies. That's what I mean.
Exactly.
When I use the word even though, right? Though there is COVID, teachers have to teach their students. What do the teachers do, children? Though there is COVID,
they teach.
That's right. And also listen to this. Although there is COVID, the doctors have to work in hospitals. Sad situation. There is COVID, but the doctors have to work. That's what I mean by using the word although. So you are familiar with these words now. Even though, although. Do you like to add something to this?
Well, I think I can tell these sentences back in a different way.
Okay, your famous twisting now?
I am the twister.
Okay, listen to this.
Okay, so the first sentence I can say, children have to do their studies even though there is COVID. And the second sentence I can say in this way, teachers have to teach their students though there is COVID. I'm taking the first half of the sentence back. And the third one also. The doctors have to work in hospitals, although there is COVID. Am I correct?
Very right. The doctors have to work in hospitals although there is COVID. You got it right. Children, hope you have listened to us very carefully and grasped the words even though, and although. Also, Miss Samadhi, we have to be very responsible these days as citizens in the country, in the world, but there's this word but. People still have parties. They get together. How do you say this in another way? In spite of COVID, people still have parties. You can say it like that. How do you say that?
Well, in spite of COVID, people still have parties.
Yes, children, look at the screen now. This is what you listen to. In spite of. What is the word? In spite of. So, people still have parties, but there is COVID. That means they do not care. Regardless of COVID, regardless of the disease, without even thinking about COVID, they still have parties. That's what I mean. So you can use the word, what is the word, Miss Samadhi?
In spite of.
In spite of. Say it with me, children. In spite of. Shall we go and see some other examples as well?
Please.
Where this word is used. Listen to what people have to face in spite of COVID. Right? Yes, COVID is there, children, but the life has to continue. In spite of COVID, cleaners have to do their job to keep the country clean. In spite of COVID, cleaners have to do their job to keep the country clean. Also, can you see the second one? Can you just tell us?
Oh, sure. In spite of COVID, cleaners have to do their job to keep the country clean. That was yours.
Yes.
So, second, in spite of COVID, soldiers have to protect the country.
Did you listen to that, children? You also can see that on the screen now. The way you use the word in spite of. Soldiers have to protect the country in spite of COVID. That is another way of saying that. Miss Samadhi,
Yes.
do you like to add something to this?
Well, the sentence goes as in spite of COVID, children have to do their studies. So, if I twist it, it will be like children have to do their studies in spite of COVID.
That's right. That is another way of saying that. Also, in spite of COVID, without thinking about COVID, sacrificing their lives, children, doctors have to work in hospitals and treat those patients.
Yes.
In spite of means regardless of, without thinking about it. Right? So we have to be responsible and wear the mask. Right. Also, look at this. In spite of COVID, the teachers have to teach their students. Look at this. Children, listen. And also you can look at the screen and say it with me. Use the word in spite of. In spite of COVID, children have to do their studies. Do you like to do your famous twist here as well?
Why not? So, it will be children have to do their studies in spite of COVID.
Right? The next one?
Well, if you want me to twist the third sentence.
Twist it please for the children.
Doctors have to work in hospitals. Doctors have to work in hospitals and treat those patients in spite of COVID.
That means without thinking about the situation, sacrificing their lives, they have to go to hospitals. Right? That's what it means, children.
Correct.
Also you have, what do the teachers have to do in spite of the situation here?
Well, we teach.
Twist it.
Teachers have to teach their students in spite of COVID?
Children, listen to this very carefully and look at the usage. Listen to the usage. In spite of COVID, cleaners have to do their job to keep the country clean. They are helpless. They have to work anyway, in spite of the situation, regardless of the situation. Cleaners have to do their job to keep the country clean in spite of COVID. You twist it, interchange you call it. Twist and say that.
In spite of COVID, soldiers have to protect the country.
That's right, Miss Samadhi. Hope children have got this twisting also into their minds. Now, you know all these things that's happening in Sri Lanka, in the whole world as well. But what do you have to do now? What is your plan now? Are you going out without the mask?
No more. Whenever I go out, I will wear my mask from now onwards.
Children, did you hear that? She promised, Miss Samadhi promised now. I will definitely wear a mask whenever I go out. What did she say? Listen and say. What did you actually say?
I said, I will definitely wear a mask whenever I go out.
All right, she said whenever. Whenever. Twist it and say.
Whenever I go out, I will definitely wear the mask.
That is another way of using whenever. Now listen, children. Listen to these very carefully. The usage of the word whenever. You can see that these words are linking words. They link your idea. Look at this as well. Whenever you go out, what do you have to do?
You must wear a mask.
You must wear a mask. Next one. Whenever you come back home,
you must have a bath.
That's right. Whenever you come back home,
you must wash your clothes too.
That's right. Whenever you touch money,
you must wash your hands thoroughly.
Aha, now you know.
I know.
That's great. Children, we are going to give you a small task to do in order to see whether you have understood the instructions on COVID. Using the word
whenever.
Whenever. Whenever you go out, what do you do?
If you're asking me.
Right, the answer is there.
You must wear a mask.
Okay, so you are going to guess the next part of the sentence. Children, this is what you are going to do. Guess the next part of the sentence. We'll give you some time. Try. All right, children, shall we discuss the answers?
We have to.
Okay. Whenever you come back home, what do you do?
Whenever you come back home, you must have a bath.
Yes, that is the next part of the sentence, correct. Whenever you come back home again,
you must wash your clothes.
Yes, that's right. Now, what is the next part of the sentence of whenever you touch money?
Whenever you touch money, you must wash your hands thoroughly.
You must wash your hands thoroughly. Great. Children, hope you have listened and understood the usage of this linking word whenever as well. Right. Now, you have to listen to this and say it in another way. Like Miss Samadhi twisted the thing. Right. You got to tell me that now. Whenever you go out, you must wear a mask. How do you say this in another way? Miss Samadhi.
You must wear a mask whenever you go out. That will be the other way.
Right. You must wear a mask whenever. Towards the end of the sentence, you use the word whenever. Also, you have whenever you come back home, you must have a bath. Twist it, please.
You must have a bath whenever you come back home.
That's right. Children, listen to this and say, whenever you come back home, you must wash your clothes. How do you say that? Are you going to help them?
Can I?
Please.
would love to help our children. So you must wash your clothes whenever you come back home.
And that's right. Whenever you touch money, you must wash your hands thoroughly. Twist it.
I'm pretty sure our children have got the correct answer as well.
Yes, yes.
But let me read it out. You must wash your hands thoroughly whenever you touch money.
So children, thank you so much, Miss Samadhi.
Anytime.
And I hope you have listened to this very carefully and you know how to make a sentence with whenever and also to twist it. All right, children. So these are the words. You can see the screen. These are the words we discussed today. What are the words, Miss Samadhi?
Let me read them out for our children. While, whenever, though, although, even though, in spite of.
Right, children. As you can see, these words are there on your textbook. And that page is page 87. As you can remember, the very first word there, while. Please look at the screen. The first word, while. We discussed this word in our previous lesson. So today, whenever, though, although, even though, spite of are the words we discussed. What are the words we discussed today? Shall we tell them again so that they will listen?
Yes. While, whenever, though, although, even though, in spite of.
All right, Miss Samadhi. So, these words were linking words.
I see.
These words are linking words. We are using them to connect sentences, connect idea, and to manage the flow of our communication. If there is no flow in our communication, what will happen?
Then the other person will not understand what we say.
That's right. There's no flow. The audience will not understand you. So, you're going to use these words and connect your ideas. As I told you, as I mentioned in the previous lessons, these words are called connectives. You know the word connectives, and you can see the word connectives there on the screen now. Look at the board. The word connectives. Connectives. So, as I mentioned earlier in the previous lesson, these are also called discourse markers. What do you call them?
Discourse markers.
Discourse markers, exactly, that's right. But also I mentioned, children, if this word discourse markers is a bit hard for you to pronounce and to understand, then that's all right. Use connectives because the word connectives is there on your textbook. All right, children. Now I want you to listen to this story. Do you like to listen to a story?
I love to listen to stories.
All right. Look at this picture. This picture is very familiar. Right? So listen to this story now. Hare and the Tortoise. Once there was a hare who wanted to have a race with a tortoise. The hare asked the tortoise, "Shall we have a race?" And the tortoise agreed. After some time, the hare felt sleepy, and knowing that he would win anyway, the hare went and slept under a tree. The tortoise had gone to the winning post while the hare slept. Therefore, the tortoise became the winner. The hare looked around, but he only could see the other animals congratulating the tortoise. All right, children, hope you listen to this story, and it is a very familiar story as well, Miss Samadhi.
I really do believe they enjoyed the story today.
Yes. Look at this now. Look at the board now. Right? There I have highlighted the words in red. Now what are these words? Children already know them, Miss Samadhi.
Yes, they do.
Yes, because last time we discussed anyway, while, therefore and but, and we call them discourse markers. If that word is a bit hard, say connectives, linking words, because they help us to manage the flow of our communication. So, what did we learn today?
Well, connectives are called discourse markers.
Connectives are also called discourse markers, and they are linking words or phrases that manage the flow of our communication. There are a lot of connectives or discourse markers in the language, but we have discussed only a few today. So this is what we discussed, but while anyway, therefore, are some of the connectives we learned in the first lesson. Though, although, even though, whenever, in spite of are some of the connectives we learned in this session. So hope children you have understood and listened to us very carefully. All right children, so we hope and believe that you have understood these linking words, connectives, discourse markers today. Please use them in your language, in your communication. Miss Samadhi?
Yes, and don't forget you can watch this program in Rupavahini with your friends, and also if you miss the lesson in TV, you can always watch it in channel NIE, our YouTube website. So until we meet again children,
stay safe, stay blessed, wear the mask. Goodbye.